burner for 20 years, knowing someone's going to come around. It's still like, and that's what music does. It just puts you in that space where you disappear, everything else disappears. I have a memory of George and Sean. So George is on the air, and I guess I was still training, so I was listening. And you called in. I forgot what the practical joke. Well, do you remember what it was?
There are
Get on mic. Yeah, you have to tell us.
Yeah.
There are no practical jokes that I did that I would repeat. I mean, not because they're like censored or anything, but now, you know, they were just a little harsh and mean.
You did Chris Yackley. You and Brian
Oh,
Forbes.
God bless Chris.
You guys did
bless him. Yeah.
a track with Chris Yackley. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was the funniest thing.
There were some really funny things. I had sweepers.
Almost got fired for that one.
Speaking of getting fired, Ray's been fired from every radio job he's ever had.
Mostly.
Except for
for you.
MUI. We are a very tolerant group here.
It usually ends with an expletive, but never here. I love Barbara too much. You'd mentioned Sarah Owens earlier.
Yeah.
She was ahead of her time. Now, we all remember how she used to sound on the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was, I think she was like the front runner for the 1-900 number. She was like, this is Sarah.
Yeah. And it's so, she was pretty endearing, and she called it between you and me. She's like,
Yeah.
are you in love with Ray? Or do you think he's in love with you? Well, you two are going to be a team someday. Well, I don't know whether it's going to be on the air or together. And she always called me baby girl.
Yeah, she was good.
She was the sweetest, and she was with Maynard at the time. And you know, there was a lot of, a lot of stories coming out of here.
Yeah.
You know,
I kind of met my husband here, kind of, is Chris Yackley. A memory of Chris, my first week, and we're all messing up, whatever, in live, and at one point I did something. I said, I don't know what this knob does, Chris. And it was over the air, and Rod heard it, and he's like, she's funny. So from that moment, he was like, oh, I wonder who she is. And we met and married and had children. I mean, isn't that fun?
Yeah.
What does it do? I still don't know what that knob does.
Dirty Knob.
And Chris was just so
that's a
sweet
band.
about it.
That is a band.
yeah.
The
That we're
Dirty
playing
Knobs,
right
isn't that
now.
great?
This is a family show that we won't talk about.
Yeah, exactly. So, Joe, how about some memories from you?
Yeah, Joe, you're the newest memory.
yet?
Does someone want to hold this?
Yep. So Joe is.
Yeah. So right now we're on Facebook Live. So if you want to go to our Facebook page, you can check out exactly what we're doing right now. Some memories for me, I guess, just being welcomed here just a few years ago. That was really nice. And also just bringing my family members here and checking out the station, because that was really cool. They said, that's a house. I said, no, this is a radio station.
Yeah.
This is a radio station. And when they came in, they were like, oh my gosh, like this is where the living room would be. This is where, this would be in a house.
This is the extra bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. So I just think it's kind of cool that we've been in this house for so long, and obviously now we're moving to a bigger space. It's gonna be great, but it is very, very cool.
It was always fun giving directions to the studio.
I loved giving
Come,
directions to
come down the dirt road, and well, how do I know it's a radio station? Well, you'll see a little cottage with a tower in the back, and we throw that out there, just out of, oh right, I forgot, and there it was. But we're gonna be, I have to say, a memory from last night. It was nice after the training. It was the first time in a while.
Bye, Ray Whitaker.
Bye, Ray.
See you later. Just
See you at the other
thank you
place.
all. I love you.
We love you back.
Love you
Thanks,
too.
Ray.
I'm so glad to be a part of this, and looking forward to the new place.
Yeah.
And Ray's getting emotional. You're gonna make us all cry.
No
If
way.
you cry, we're all gonna cry.
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to just say screw it and walk out? I'll do that. All right. And thank you all very much for listening to us for all these years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everybody that's brought us here.
Yes.
Yep.
So,
We're
Yes.
here because of you, listeners.
Yeah.
The fundraisers, when you hear all your memories out there, we're just as emotional when we hear your memories as our own, because like Laurel has been saying all along, we've all been saying there's a family element to all of this. And
Yes.
it's a unification. We've been together for decades. The station has been here decades and decades. We'll bring the spirits with us and create new memories. And what I was trying to say was last night, for the first time in a long time, there were 6 DJs sitting around a round table talking.
Yeah.
And it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And the thrill I felt with just the open, it was, oh my God, this future is going to come to us, It's you, the listeners, your spirit, your support through all of it. I mean, the drama and the from Hurricane Katrina and 9/11 and,
Oh my gosh,
and the
yeah.
joys,
Yeah.
a pandemic. You know, let's mention, you know,
Yeah.
all of this, and here we are telling each other how much we love each other. And I think this may be representational of where we live on this island, and wherever we go, no matter how it extends, I feel that this is the capsule right here. This is the spaceship that
you're
holds
so
so many
right.
memories, and the vineyard vibe.
George,
I gotta go.
George has got to go now too.
I just
But
wanna-
well up?
I just, no, I'm not, I hope not.
no, you have to leave us with a story.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to, I'm not sure I've got stories I probably shouldn't tell.
There are millions of those, right?
yeah.
But I just wanted to sort of echo what Allison just said. It's kind of like a family here. I look around and I see people who have been here for decades. I mean, most of us have been here for a really, really, really long time. And that speaks to the organization we've got in the family that we have here. But I want to thank all of you and everybody else in the MVY family for everything and for just being who you are and being there. But I want to thank the people who help support us, our underwriters, and I hate to throw that out, but I need to throw that out because that's important.
Yes,
But also the listeners, because without the listeners, we don't exist. We don't do any of
Exactly.
this. So it's a community between us and you, and I'm glad that you're out there for us and we're there for you and you appreciate what we do. But lastly, before I leave, I want to thank Barbara Dacey for hiring me.
Yes.
And Barbara was, Barbara was so instrumental for so many years here, and but for her, I wouldn't be here. So I want to thank her. Hopefully, she's out there watching. But thank you all. Love you all.
George, we love
George.
George.
See you
And I
all.
love
Bye,
sharing
George.
Saturday nights with
See you in the new digs.
Exactly.
George and I are Saturday night
Yes, we are.
fever.
We're like Gemini.
Yeah, Gemini. I love it.
Gemini.
I
Bye,
love it.
Georgie.
Bye, George.
Bye,
George. Last time we're saying goodbye to George in this building. This is really getting real. You know, we're not going off the air here. We are just, we're moving. We're just taking a different step into a different room of MVY Radio, you know, for lack of a better way of putting it. But this is a room where we've had a lot of memories. And, you know, as we've talked about, there are some memories we can share and there are some memories we can't share. There's things that happened on the air and there are things that happened off the air. Just all of us getting through personal things together, walking in, maybe something went on in our lives and then we see each other's eyes, our eyes meet, and we immediately go to the production room to chat it out, to talk it out. And you know, it really is a family, and the longevity of the people who have been here. Sean, 87, you know, I came in 91, and everybody else here came
99.
You know, in
The
mid-90s.
last century.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the last century.
Wow.
And we all have such special ways we came to this station. And a lot of us are like bad pennies. We just keep turning up. Sean and I have left several times and come back. But there's there's something about the airwaves at MVY Radio that draw us all in. And as you said, Allison, and as George said, and it is, the listeners are just as, if not more so in some cases, knowledgeable about the music.
Absolutely.
And have helped us
Yeah.
through everything too, you know.
Yes,
I mean,
thank you, musicians.
do you remember the days when we used to call it dot busting when we played
Oh,
a
yeah.
song?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Dot busting.
What does that mean?
Sean, you tell that story.
Oh, well, at some point early on, we had these cards that had every song, you know, each song had a card, and they had a dot on them, different colors, which would basically, you know, you would know where to put it. But sometimes we didn't want to play that, and so we would just put on stuff that. A couple memories I had, and this is of me being, you know, not a good girl here, but
We love Sean. You are legend at MVY Radio.
Absolutely.
And you are legend.
aren't we all? though?
No, but you're fun.
So I used to, in my early years, of course I would never do this today, but when we had the beach and boating forecast early on, I would play the theme from Jaws. Just so you could just barely hear it. You weren't really sure. What?
Just the boom boom part?
Right,
Yeah.
right. And that was fun. But you know who else I was thinking about was Lincoln Pope,
Yeah.
who did the Five Corner Shuffle. Oh my gosh. And that was his show. And then, there was somebody, Peter Simon.
Yes,
Yep,
of course.
with
Peter
Yes,
Simon
God
doing the
bless
reggae
Peter,
show.
And also the Grateful Dead show, Dead Zone.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yes.
So
Private
those are-
collection.
Yep.
Yep.
One of my favorite things was, as you mentioned, Fly By Night Pete Sawyer. On Saturday nights, I used to help him load in his records, and he trained me. Yeah, and he and John Owen. Remember John Owen?
Yes.
So many people have come through here, and Tom Sheridan was here when you were here.
Tom Sheridan, right.
Mm-hmm, and
So many people have walked through this building that have meant so much to the music, to the listener, to us. Everybody who's walked in this building has brought an energy of love and appreciation. And I think that's not something that you lose. I don't think that this is a building. We're the soul. We're bringing our spirits. We're bringing our music. We're bringing us. And I'm so excited for that.
I just wanted to mention a couple more people. Sue Mitchell, who
oh,
was, you know,
who's
the
no longer
mother
with us, Mike
mother
McLaughlin.
to all of us here, and unfortunately she passed away some years ago. And then Mikey McLaughlin, another great DJ here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people to remember.
Yep, Debbie Willoughby, who was the traffic manager for a long, long time, and you know we've had just so many people, so many memories, so many funny memories. I mean, of just people being hired and us like kind of like sussing out the situation and saying, what are they going to be like? You know.
I was saying that to PJ earlier, that when he started, I was almost hoping that he would be kind of vulnerable, like we all are when we're our first day on the mic. But he had it. He was like, you know, a duck that, you know, is born and starts flying. And he gets on the mic and it was seamless. I'm like, what? You cheated me from teasing you. You know? So people have come in on different experience levels, and the support that you would get when you came in. You know, and I still get that because technically I'm challenged, and PJ is patient with me, and as we grow, and I think that is a thread that will continue because the station is just growing.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're growing. I think maybe for me in this moment, I need to remember that. It doesn't stop here. We bring it with us. Yeah. By musicians, thank you. Thank you for making the music that makes people listen.
You did the local
To
music
us.
cafe for over 20 years.
Oh,
So
my love, yes.
yeah,
Sean Taylor was the
Sean,
first,
yeah,
yes.
you were the first one who did the local music
John
cafe.
Cruz was talking about you just a couple years ago. He said, Sean Taylor, I'll never forget it. She was the first person to ever play me on the radio. I was in my car and I freaked. And now he's a world tour.
Yeah.
You know, but these are the memories. These are the babies. I've got Lake Street Dives demo in there. You know,
Yeah.
these are the things that we'll continue to discover.
What about some other local musicians we should mention? N-Train,
Yeah.
Mike
Johnny Boy
Benjamin,
the
Mike
Bluefish,
Benjamin.
Mike Benjamin.
Rick Bausman.
Rick
Dick
Bausman.
Hunster drum.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, the
so many.
Ulators.
Ulators.
Yep.
yes.
And so I think we need to play a John Cruz song right now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You know, so let's see. What do we want to hear? Island Style?
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Let's hear Island Style, and then we'll continue with memories. I think the handoff is going to happen around noontime. So between now and then, we're going to play music and share memories, funny ones and sad ones, and we'll be blubbering. And
It seems like the funny ones are the ones that we can't talk about.
I know.
You know, it's easy to, you know, the sad ones, I think it was universal. Some of those silly ones, or, you know.
We'll have to think of some more funny ones.
We will.
We will,
Yeah.
exactly. MVY Radio.
Thank God,
job, guys.
Thank God we're not going off the air. I mean,
I know.
it's
Are
like
we acting like we are?
no, but I think that
I
No,
think
good.
that's why I keep saying we're moving to a new building, because I think
Yeah.
it does sound
Yes,
to some
it
people
does,
like
yeah.
I would
yeah,
think so.
be like,
I
wait,
would-
wait a minute, are they going off the air after all these years? No, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So
But